Alright everybody, here we are together again at last, and I really could not wait for this video all day. I almost did one earlier just because I had to get this out. It's the truth. So welcome to my post-market wrap-up on this Thursday, August 29th, 2019. Lots of stuff to talk about, and maybe to laugh about too. We'll see where this all goes. You know, I don't script any of it. But why was Greg so eager to get this video out today? Because I want to explain something to you. There are certain people in this country who hold very high offices who collectively believe, sincerely, that you are dumber than a bag of hammers. And I happen to know that's not true. What is Greg talking about? Well, okay, let's start off with the basics here. Nice rally on Wall Street, undeniable. Stocks were higher across the board on the hopes of a calm resolution to this trade war. Okay, did you see the bond market today? This really is why we're hearing this, to pull some fear out of the debt market. Understand, fear and greed run the markets. You all know that, at least by now if you follow this blog. They figure if they can pull some fear out of the market, they can normalize the yield curve. Didn't work. The yield curve is still inverted, although the entire curve did rise. But it is still inverted, and we still face a disaster area. Seriously, maybe they slowed down the ticking a little bit today, because what's happening here is you are being duped. You're being duped into something, and I want to outline this for you as clear as I possibly can. So what do we know has been going on for the longest time? You know, it's the rinse-repeat cycle. You know, trade war is tremendous. We're going to get a deal very, very soon. Oh, no, we're not. Talks are back on again. We're going to get the best deal for America that you can imagine. No, I can't do that either. So what they're doing here, people, is recycling something a little bit larger, which we had a couple months ago, a trade truce. President Trump is going to win us straight into a trade truce. That's all this is. Why? Let's outline what's happening here. It's very simple, and let's talk about some economic news today. We got abysmal news on the housing front. Manufacturing, again, big trouble out there. We remain in contraction, no end in sight with regard to a very large part of our economy that was supposed to improve, bringing jobs back. Manufacturing was going to go through the roof. No, none of that really seemed to happen. But the stock market has gone higher. It's the President of the United States' absolute claim to fame. There's no doubt about it. He took a big, fat, ugly bubble and managed to hyperinflate it to a super magnificent big, fat, ugly bubble on the back of expanding debt like we have never seen before, more rapidly than the last guy. That's the truth. Look it up. You don't believe it? It hurts your feelings a little bit. You can always suck on a pacifier and put on a diaper. I heard that helps. I really do. I really have heard that from many people who, you know, suffer the same disease process as you do. Anyway, so it's very simple what's being set up here, people, and I don't want you to be duped. It's a charade and it's a clown show of epic proportions. What President Trump wants right now more than anything else is to win the election, and he will do so by making sure stocks move higher. How does he do that? By a trade truce. By saying, let's say next week, you know what? Talks went really well, maybe even over the weekend. Really good talks. What I'm going to do, people, is I'm not going to... Remember those tariffs that I just told China I was going to hit them with? Well, maybe not, because I like Xi now. I like him. You know, he was a really great guy. Then he became my enemy. Real bad. You remember all that? Now they're going to become pals again, and they can hug, cuddle, and kiss again. Yeah, that's really what this is all about. It's about a trade truce 2.0, rinse and repeat cycle. That's all this is. And they really believe that you and me are as stupid and dumb as a bag of hammers. They think that, oh, this is it. We're going to get a calm resolution. Everything's going to be just great. Oh, yeah. Let me explain this to you in case you don't know it. Do your own research on this. With regard to negotiation between China and the United States, we are so far apart from getting anything done. I mean, don't take Greg Mannarino's word for this. Maybe if you want to, or if you think you should, you could Google it or go with whatever search engine you want. See what the differences are, where they lie. But most of you, especially those who are, the diaper-wearing, sucking on a pacifier type, they can't do it. It's impossible. They must listen to what they hear from certain people, and that's the truth. That is the truth. So they don't, you see, these kind of people, they don't believe that this is a trade truce 2.0 recycle. And every time the president says, tremendous, listen to me, people, we're going to get a deal for America, they spray all over their shorts. And then all of a sudden when it turns to shit, they got to go change again. I mean, they must go through a lot of underwear. That would be my best guess on this. What's your take? Seriously, so we're going to win our way straight into a trade truce. President Trump will pull back the promise and threat of tariffs. Market will go up. That's all he cares about. Look, what are we getting? We have a president that's calling for mass debt expansion here. A 1% cut to the federal funds rate. A dollar devaluation, or what are they calling it? Currency intervention now came right out of his mouth. Right out of his mouth. I don't put words into his mouth, but that's what comes out. Quantitative easing, right out of his mouth. Again, I'm not putting it in there. So mass debt expansion on an unprecedented scale. Forever bonds. Now, this is getting a lot of attention here. A couple of weeks ago, the president said, maybe we should start issuing 50 and 100-year bonds. It's not his idea. This goes way back. But he thought it was a really good idea. Secretary Mnuchin, he thinks it's a great idea. Sure. Forever bonds. Why don't we make them 1,000 years? I think that would be the best thing. Let's go do 1,000-year bonds. Perfect. Where do I buy one? Where? I want one. And I guarantee you it's going to yield less than the actual rate of inflation, like the rest of the debt market is. But that's great. The diaper-wearing, thumb-sucking, pacifying imbeciles, they think it's the greatest idea in the history of the world. Ask them. They'll tell you. Oh, they will. I guarantee you. All right, so look, in summary, stocks rally across the board here. They're trying to get some fear out of the market, fix the yield curve, which remains inverted. We're winning our way straight into trade truce 2.0. It's an absolute joke. I was laughing. Again, I was cracking up all day on this. But some people are going to take it at face value. This is what's really happening. You know that. There's no mask. Don't look behind the mask. Because this is everything that we hear from the president is true. I'm out of here. Love all of you. See you in the morning.